What's up, Vikings fans? Here at Chat Sports, we are doing a likes battle between all of our YouTube channels. So what I did is I saw which channel was the closest to all of you. Currently, we have 1,579 likes this month. The closest channel is the Browns Report at 1,853. If you want to take them down, all I need you to do is go ahead and like the video. Mitchell Wren's Chat Sports, you're watching Vikings Now, and the video that we're looking at here is Vikings position battles to watch this offseason. Mandatory minicamp is in the rearview mirror. Now we're looking ahead and forward to training camp. So all I'm going to be going through are 5 big-time roster battles that I think every single Minnesota Vikings fan should try to keep their eye on. The first one is the quarterback 2 battle. We know that Kirk Cousins is going to be the starting quarterback for Minnesota. However, coming into the offseason, and I still believe that Sean Mannion has the upper hand here, but there has been a lot of conversation and a lot of attention around second-year quarterback Kellen Mond. Why? Because no disrespect to Cousins and no disrespect to Mannion, Kellen is the superior athlete. And if you're looking for something maybe a little bit different besides what Cousins brings to the table, maybe you're looking for a quarterback who can come in and run the football here and there. That's where Kellen Mond's going to get thrown into this. Also, we know that Mike Zimmer was not a fan of Mond, and maybe he didn't give him a true opportunity to go out there and perform. All the reports thus far have been very positive. I will also say this is definitely part of the offseason where it's hype season. So you got Kellen Mond on the one hand, or do you just roll with Sean Mannion, who is the better pocket passer? Probably fits in the offense better that's going to be run here with the Vikings' new head coach, Kevin O'Connell. But what is this show all about? Every single show we do here at Chat Sports is about the live interactive audiences that we get, or the audiences that we get in general that come across our shows. And I got a major shout out to some of the loyal watchers here coming up a little bit later on in today's show. But who's the better quarterback? Type 11 for Kellen Mond, type 14 for Sean Mannion. I'm going to say Sean Mannion is not only the better quarterback, he's the better fit in this offense. And does Mond have the legs? Does Mond have more athletic ability? Yes, he does. But I really, truly believe if you're looking for a quarterback that can execute the offense, maybe not during game days because, again, that's Kirk Cousins' job. But for a quarterback who can execute it during practice, Mannion is going to help you get better in the long haul. Let's go to the next roster battle that I'm keeping a close eye on. And when I say battle, it's not always just 2 players. In this case, it is 2 players, but there will be a battle that has a few more. I'm looking at the wide receiver battle, and it's between Bisi Johnson and Ihmir Smith-Marsette. So I believe KJ Osborne is going to be the wide receiver 3. You know, Thielen, Justin Jefferson, those are your top 2 guys. But Ihmir Smith-Marsette was actually a player that I've talked about before on this channel, and a player that I've talked about on Chat Sports program as well, because at 6'1", 185 pounds coming out of Iowa, he's a really athletic wide receiver. And you know that defensive coordinators, they're not going to scheme for him, and it's not a disrespect to him. It's due to the depth and the better players above him. But at 5 catches, 116 yards last season, averaged 23 yards per catch. I've already heard that there's been good stories and good reports coming out from Smith-Marsette. However, I also, for those that don't know, I used to write a lot of fantasy football articles, and back in 2019, one of my breakout candidates was Bisi Johnson because he was trending in the right direction in 2019. Then in 2020, 14 catches, 189 yards, has battled some injuries, didn't play at all last season. So if it comes down to it this year, you're looking for that wide receiver 4 role. Is it going to be Smith-Marsette, or do you think it's going to be Bisi Johnson? And I really want it to be Bisi. However, my money is going to go on Smith-Marsette, and I'm just going to base it on solely if I was running the offense. If I was in the locker room, to me, Smith-Marsette has the higher upside, and you're looking for the receiver that has that higher upside because of already all the talent you have at the position. Adam Thielen, it's not getting any younger, and you're looking for a future 1-2 years down the road. To me, it could be, realistically, Justin Jefferson, you have KJ Osborne, and then Ihmir Smith-Marsette. very, very talented young receivers going forward. Now, if you love the Minnesota Vikings, more subs equals the more videos we can do around here. You remember a few months ago where y'all were getting like maybe 2-3 videos a week? Now you're getting a lot more. And I would like to be able to get this channel to daily videos. It's simple. More subs equals more subscribers. So please go ahead. Click that big old red button on there that says subscribe. And to the people that are part of the Noti Gang, I'm going to get to y'all in just a little bit. Let's look at another Vikings position battle that I am keeping my eyes very, very closely on. It's the tight end 2. And not only am I looking at the tight end 2 from who's going to be the backup to Irv Smith Jr., I'm also looking at it from a coaching standpoint where if you come away after OTAs and after minicamp and you're going into training camp and you still have that uneasy feeling of, man, I don't like the depth we have between Johnny Mundt or Ben Ellefson, that's where you potentially look at Minnesota looking at the free agent pool and say, could we bring another tight end to just be a reliable backup? Because you have Johnny Mundt at 6'4", 233 pounds, only 1 catch, 9 yards. You just don't have a lot of experience here. And then Ben Ellefson at 6'3", 250 pounds out of North Dakota State. 2 tight ends combined, 1 catch for 9 yards last season, right? I mean, that's not a very easy feeling. So in terms of who's the tight end 2, who's the backup tight end to Irv Smith Jr., well, let me know. Type 82 for Ben, type 86 for Johnny. And with all the other answers that you are going to see on today's show, this is probably going to be the only one where I'm going to mix it up a little bit and I'm going to cheat. Because if you're looking for the best all-around tight end, I'm going to say Mundt's the favorite. He's the option. However, if you're looking for solely a blocker, then it's Ellefson because he's the better blocker. Not going to rely on him to catch the football. Not going to throw him the football in the red zone either. I mean, realistically, with the options that you have already with Irv Smith and then on top of all the receivers, if you're throwing to either of these 2 guys, there's a major issue there. So I think Mundt's got the upper hand, but if you're looking for a blocker, it's Ellefson. The next position that we're going to be looking at here on Vikings Now is the starting right guard battle. Offensive line is always a major concern for any NFL team, especially when, yes, we've talked a lot about skill position players, but you're going to be a run-first team here with Dalvin Cook. The good news is you have 3 players up for the battle right now between Jesse Davis, Wyatt Davis, and then the rookie out of LSU who you went ahead and you drafted in round 2, number 59 overall, Ed Ingram. The depth chart that you're about to see, you see a lot of moving different parts here at depth chart. And when you talk about Ingram, he's going to get a shot. I see him being a potential option with Jesse Davis and Wyatt there. But before I tell you who I believe is going to be the starting right guard, what do y'all think? 73 for Jesse Davis. If you haven't caught on yet, the numbers that I'm having you type are the numbers that they wear on their jersey. I know, it's a crazy idea. Wyatt Davis, 52. Ed Ingram, go ahead and type 67. Once Ingram signs his deal, that's where my vote's going to be. The fact that you drafted him at number 59 overall, no disrespect to Jesse Davis, he's been bouncing around the NFL for a reason. He's a journeyman, right? And then Wyatt Davis, I liked him coming out of college. I just don't know if he has the confidence right now, that's a nice way to probably say it, to ultimately get it done. So before I show you the final position battle here, I teased it at the top of the show. We here at Chat Sports love people who watch our shows. We here at Chat Sports respect the people that take time out of their day to watch our content. And I love people who are a part of the Noti Gang. If you're asking, what the heck is the Noti Gang? The Noti Gang is the first 5 people that try to comment on a video. The reason why this is important is they're usually the people that we see all the time. So shout out to Andrew Neighbors, Kyle, Jeremy, DOD, and then Ron Visor, or Pfizer, I don't know. Either one's fine with me. Shout out to y'all, and if you're wondering, hey, how can I be a part of the Noti Gang? How can I get a shout out on our future Vikings Now show? Subscribe. Click the notification button down there. Click all that. When we drop a video, you get notified. It gets put on your phone, put on your laptop, wherever you're watching, and then you can try to go ahead and be first, second, literally, comment Noti Gang. The final Vikings position battle, that we're going to be discussing today is the cornerback 2 spot. Patrick Peterson, coming off a little bit of a down year, he's still your cornerback 1 because of the veteran presence. Do I think that somebody like a Cameron Dantzler, do I think somebody like Andrew Booth Jr. could take that next step and maybe surpass him? Sure. I don't think Peterson played all that well to say that that's totally out of the realm of possibilities. In terms of Andrew Booth Jr., this was a cornerback that I had as a potential round 1 option. He had hernia surgery or groin surgery, I believe it was groin surgery, this offseason, which he's still battling with. Drafted number 42 overall out of Clemson. I've said multiple times the entire offseason, if Clemson's offense would have been better, not terrible, right? You would have seen a lot more hype around some of these defensive players for the Clemson Tigers because they were on the field a ton. The offense was bad. There was not as much media coverage, but the fact that this dude has only given up 1 catch for 20 yards the entire season in his final year at Clemson, very, very impressive. And at 6 foot 194, the biggest difference between Booth and Dantzler is Booth's a good-sized corner, but Dantzler is at 6'2", 190, and not only that, he's got long arms, a long frame, which does give him the upper hand. But from an overall talent standpoint, I might give the advantage to Booth. So who do y'all think here? Who's the better corner to be opposite of Patrick Peterson? Your cornerback 2. Is it Dantzler, type 3? Is it Andrew Booth Jr., type 23? The upper hand right now is Dantzler. However, Andrew Booth Jr. is the better player for the long haul. If I'm a young coach, if I'm a coach like Kevin O'Connell, I'm entering my first year, I'm not afraid to take risks. I'm hoping, obviously, that I don't get fired after 1 year, which I would be shocked if that happened. So I'm going to put my chips on Andrew Booth, and I'm going to bet on him because, to me, that's the better player. Dantzler, though, being the fact that he's not a rookie, being the fact that he's kind of worked in an NFL regime before, he has the upper hand. And maybe he looks better right now. He also has the edge because Booth is banged up and he's not able to go out there and show what he's made of. But when there comes down to it, when both of these guys are on the field, I am going to bet that Andrew Booth Jr. has a better career than Cam Dantzler. Now, if you guys made it this far in the video, major shout out to y'all. Hopefully you gave us a like. That way we can catch the Browns report, and hopefully you hit that big old red button that says subscribe and turn on those notifications because I want to get more subs here. I want to be able to pump out more videos because the more subs equals more videos. And I would imagine you guys want more videos.